Testing, testing. Great stuff. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you ever so much for tuning in to watch this. Very much appreciated. Please have us on in the background while the Masters are on. It's the finals night and the final evening of Aaron Turner's Saturday Night League. Oh, hello, Billy Thomas. Thank you for watching. Have us on in the background. And we've got 3 games tonight, something a bit different. Aaron Turner takes on Venes very shortly. We're just getting set up. They'll be warmed up shortly. John Scutt will then take on Scutt. Scutt's the leader in this league at the moment. And then Laura Turner takes on Joshua Burksfield at the end of this batch of games. So I'll just quickly see how we're doing. Yep, so the boards look pretty good. So so give us a couple of minutes and then we'll be underway. Thank you ever so much for watching once again. Okay, guys, we are ready to start, so that's fine. Lewis, I just noticed that Izos is still on you, I think, isn't it? The knacker, so you might just have to swap that over.
No, I've moved it already.
Oh, have you? Have you? Okay.
Has it gone over, Aaron?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Okay, must just be mine, that's fine. Okay, so start whenever you're ready. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Nice one.
All right, best luck, Lou.
Yeah, all the best, mate.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, mate.
Thank you ever so much for tuning in, as always. Have us on in the background while the Masters is happening. Now, Aaron's
81.
Aaron Turner's board is just slightly pixelated there, but that should sort itself out as we go along.
58.
And just a bit more information about this league. Aaron Turner is 2nd, and Venes is 7th.
$140.
$60.
And this is the 5th of 5 consecutive Saturdays where 16 players, they play 3 games each. and it's actually £200 to the winner. And it pays down to the top 5.
43.
So lots to play for tonight. Aaron Turner second, as I say, and he is hoping to chase down Connor Scutt, who we'll be seeing in the next game.
43.
And we'll be hoping to try and take the title. He is also the organiser, as you can see from the title of the league. It's his virtual darts league, and
140.
if this goes well, then maybe we'll be bringing you more of Aaron Turner's league in the future. You never know. So great stuff. He's also going to Q School actually in a couple of weeks, so I'd like to wish him all the very best for that.
Yeah, all in 180.
And darts like that will certainly help. And he is on to a double after 15 darts.
58.
Venes down to a finish, but you would fancy Turner to tidy this up. That's a nice marker.
No score.
But no
Busted.
score on that one. So an outside chance here for Venes for an early break of throw. But can't be done now. So Turner will get another opportunity at that.
64.
And
12 in 2.
he does get there in the end. So 20 dart hold of throw. And we're underway. So all these games are best of 9 legs, first to 5. And no draws in this one. There are actually also bonus prizes, I noticed, for the highest checkouts, the highest winning average, the highest overall average.
96.
So lots on offer here. And again, isn't it great that there are so many virtual leagues around for dart players to take part in?
60.
Because goodness knows we need something to do. Do leave a comment, of course, in the chat. Hello to Billy Thomas. Thank you for
55.
joining us. And you can watch this back at the conclusion of the stream as well.
43.
Average is fairly similar at this point. Oh, that's unlucky.
20.
Well, the chances of that, an unfortunate ricochet, causes Venes just to rack up the 20 points on that occasion.
100.
Lovely last dart from Turner. It just gives him the advantage here. 40 or so points on the Venes throw.
135.
Nice comeback from Venes, however. And Turner, of course, has a couple of UK Open appearances under his belt.
9.
And Venes, of course, a former winner on the development tour as well. So both have some pedigree in the PDC side of things.
84.
Venes down to a finish first. Will be under a bit of pressure here, you would think. I don't think Turner can leave a finish
140.
despite that timely 140. So he can leave a finish, of course. A timely last dart.
79.
Venes leaves double 16. He will be back for that, hoping to square things up here.
81.
Noticed actually in terms of Venes and his practicing, he actually had a game against Stephen Burton, who's very highly rated at the moment and fancied for Q School in a few weeks' time
7.
to win a card. So certainly practicing with a very high standard of player. Oh, he wants double 8.
52.
That was a chance for Turner to steal that one and double his lead, but a reprieve. Venes leaves 7 now. So 3.
No score.
Well, a golden opportunity here for Turner to pounce on that mistake,
sorry, Lou,
and he does
16
take
in
it.
one.
Apologises,
Yeah, good up.
but does take it. Doubles his lead. And it's 2-0 the way of Turner at this point.
100.
All good practice, of course, ahead of Milton Keynes in Q School in just a week's time.
60.
A few previous results for Venes last week. Beat Colin Savage 5-1 and a win over Ian Thorley 5-2.
45.
Lost out to Laura Turner 5-3. And Turner had 2 victories over
33.
Colin Savage and another win as well, 5-1. Lost out to Tom Pavitt.
140.
Turner looking good here. Venes will have to find some scoring power if he's to
58.
try and get himself back into this leg. No treble again on that visit.
95.
It's Turner who's down to a finish first. Has a big lead in this leg.
28.
And Turner doesn't have to go the bullseye route here.
$89.
Does leave himself handily placed on 32 after 15 darts. Venes needs a big score. He just can't find the treble.
100.
Does find it with his last dart. So double 16 for Turner. These are the kind of legs that he's going to have to
32
throw.
Yeah,
If
good
he's
up.
going to be competitive. Milton Keynes. You can't argue with a good old 16 darter, can you? That's his best leg of the 3 that he's won. First to 5, so it's a very brutal format. They'll be playing best of 11 at Q School, of course. And slightly longer than they usually play, which is normally best of 9, of course.
45.
Is that Willie O'Connor's?
121.
I think I can hear Willie O'Connor's theme tune there in the background.
40.
An inspiring choice. So Turner again with the advantage, putting a lot of pressure here on the Venes throw.
$100.
It's at least a treble a turn for Turner. His average just creeps above the 80.
100.
That's a better visit from Venes. Hopefully he can find some rhythm in a minute. Needs to find it if he's to be competitive here.
100.
Venes put a great amount of effort into, and his partner put a lot of effort into some isolation knockout competitions
134.
during the first
Hello.
lockdown. Lovely visit there from him. Not quite a finish, but it'll certainly give him some confidence. Yes, they did organise a lot of knockouts in the first lockdown and just before the second, so
100.
full credit to them for their efforts. And just to give darts players an opportunity, Turner has scored at least 100
60.
every visit. This is the kind of darts that he knows he'll need to produce to be competitive. He's played very well on the PDC circuit previously. Tops needed.
Oh, fucking terrible. 40.
For a moment there, I thought that was in the double 5, but it survives. So this is still on for Venes. Wants the bull.
Fucking hell. 72, 82, 88.
Sorry for the language there. Just frustration.
Yeah, 40 in one.
And then tops
Yeah, good
for
out.
Turner, takes it out. And another 16 darter. And that was a break of throw as well. So back-to-back 16 darters. It's very hard to compete with that. And Turner goes within 1 of taking the victory here. And it'll just be the start that he needs if he's to topple Connor Scutt from the top of his league. He certainly found his scoring power here. Venes is playing better as
140.
well. Just taking a few
Darlow.
legs to get into this, but he's now scoring with a lot more power than he did at the start, which is great to see.
100.
Turner finding the treble with regularity.
26.
Ooh, precious practice, of course, if nothing else. And he's in again.
Oh, dear. 85.
And that's the first time he's strayed into the 1 or the 5 for a few turns.
58.
Does have the advantage here. 61 point advantage before these are thrown, so should set himself up nicely, you feel.
No. 45.
I think I jinxed him there because it doesn't leave a finish.
140.
Venes does, however, leave a finish. He's down to 137. What kind of pressure will he be under? He will have a chance at that, and that's fallen out. That's unfortunate for Turner. So he'll probably stay there.
80.
And it does do, so he leaves himself a 2-dart combination. Venes just strays into the 7.
Jesus. 15.
Not what he would have wanted, so Turner then for the match. Oh, I think he's dropped a dart. I think that was why he was in shot there. So we'll start on the 17s. That looks in to me. Wants tops. Double 10.
71.
Can't quite get there. So reprieve for Venes. We'll start on the 18s again. This nearly went the last time he was on this. It's just on the wire.
48.
Double 10 then for Turner for the match.
Yes.
And he
20
gets
in
there.
one, though. Well done, mate.
And he gets there.
Cheers,
So
buddy.
a good effort from
Well
Turner
played.
there. Unlucky to
Scrappy up and down.
Lewis
wasn't it?
Venes.
Scrappy,
Let's just-
scrappy, scrappy.
I'll just find. I'll just fade them down and go back to our holding slide. Yeah, very good performance there from Aaron Turner. So he hit 8 tons, 3 ton pluses, 2 breaks of throw, of course, as well, and a best leg of 16 darts. And Lewis Venes just couldn't quite find his rhythm there, but was certainly improving towards the end. 4 tons and 3 ton pluses to him in terms of the scoring. Turner averaging just above 80, and Venes around in the mid-60s. So stay tuned, and we will be bringing you next Connor Scutt, who is the league leader, against John Scott. Okay, nearly ready. So thank you for tuning in to watch this next game, Connor Scutt versus John Scott. And we'll be underway in just a second. Hopefully the Wi-Fi should kick in for Connor. That should be a clearer picture, hopefully, as we go along. So just a second. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You can start, guys, when you're ready. Good luck.
All the best, mate.
Apologise to the players there. Just a bit of confusion.
85.
So, league leader here, Connor Scutt, hoping to scoop the £200 prize, and he takes on John Scott, who is 5th in this league. Just finished a marathon match against Tom Pavitt, which he scraped over the line 5-4.
50.
And took out a 111 checkout to take that win, and he started very strongly here. 137 followed by a 125. Shout outs for Team Scutt who are watching this game tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And in particular Molly and Linda. And shout out as well to Benjamin West, who may well be watching this as well, and Brian Wybrow. So it's John Scott who's made the stronger start of the two players here. Scutt with 10 wins and 2 losses in this campaign. Two low-scoring visits for Scott in succession just gives Scutt a bit of an opening. That was a good second dart. Scutt, of course, goes to Milton Keynes in around a week's time to go to Q School. And wish him all the very best for that, of course. So 120 plays a 96. This is still on for Scutt. Needs to find. I think he wants tops here.
80.
Just on the wire. That would have been for an 18 dart leg. So chance here for Scott to potentially break a throw for double 8. And he does get there. 18 dart break of throw to get us underway. These are quite short matches. First to 5, best of 9 legs. Scott's really flown out of the box here. Another high visit to kick us off here. Scott, of course, a double Estonian champion.
131.
That's a nice switch from Scutt. Second ton of the match. And a well-found treble from Scott there. Notice that John Scott's won 9, lost 4 so far in this campaign.
44.
And, of course, has multiple UK Open visits under his belt. The other night, played 16 legs with Robert Rickwood, so clearly getting into the swing of virtual darts, which we're all accustomed to now. That's a nice second one from Scutt. Can he follow that in?
99.
Fairly even going here in this second leg. Yeah, Scott rather. So this is confusing. Scott and Scutt. Scott had that marathon game against Tom Pavick, was leading 4-3 and then just managed to get over the line in 15 darts in that finale, so
83.
it's well found from Scutt. He's down to finish first, 144. Scott has this chance at a 170. Can't be done. Puts a dent in it. 144 can't go for Scutt. He should leave himself handily placed though.
132.
Apologies, he's just missed that double 12, so 16 you feel for Scott would leave at least the bull. Bullseye for 2-0. Double 6 for Scutt. Does like this double. I think I've jinxed him, unfortunately. Down for 3s.
In 2.
Does get there. So, 1 all. All square. 2 breaks of throw. Break followed by break. 17 dart leg there for Scutt. Averages around the 82, playing a 79. So, good standard in the early going here.
42.
First to 5 legs takes the win. Yes, the great thing about virtual darts is that you can mix up who your training partners are and who you're playing against in various opens and streams.
59.
And, notice that Scutt's been playing against the likes of Damon Heta and Scott Taylor. So keeping in good company ahead of Q School. Played some marathon matches against it's called Motti.
92.
I notice on Naka. Many best of 5s against Motti. Back-to-back tons for Scott, just putting pressure on the Scutt throw. It's good thinking there from Scutt.
132.
Just hoping to leave a finish there with the potential for 168. Scott playing steadily. He's down to finish first. He'll be back for that 160. So remember, in this league, the winner takes £200, and Scutt is top of the league at the moment, fresh from a victory against Sean Godbeer this evening. Scott looking to leave himself handily placed. Just makes the adjustment. Well, Scott's had at least a treble in those last 4 visits, but Scutt, this can still be taken out. Wants the double 18.
98.
Just inside. So another chance for a break of throw here. Scott wants tops. Double 10. And he does get there. So 3 breaks of throw in a row. Amazing how it goes sometimes. So again, I think it's going to be a case then of who can hold their throw rather than who can break it. 81 plays an 80 average. Not much to choose between them here. Scott was slightly frustrated that couldn't take a treble there.
60.
Scott trying to G himself up. Just straight into the one with that second dart, but he does recover well with that cover shot. Scutt hoping to apply some pressure of his own.
100.
Does do. Do subscribe while here. And we'll hope to bring you more streams of various virtual events that we'll have on the stream, including the individual darts league on Monday, and tomorrow we've got
44.
a stream featuring Sussex darts players as well. That will be a new addition to sort of content we can bring you on the channel, which is good. And then hopefully when in-person events start back up again, we'll bring you some in-person darts live streams as well. And hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later.
45.
Scott applying the pressure on the Scutt throw. 36 points the advantage. Sorry, this is the Scott throw, apologies. Scott down to a finish first, on to 119. Scutt should be putting him under some pressure here with these great darts.
85.
And it does leave himself a finish. Scott first with the 119, back up to the 20s. Tops then. Just straight into the double five. 167 doesn't go, so Scott well placed here to
60.
double his lead. Double 15, we'll switch over to the 7 to leave double 4. No score, so reprieve for Scutt. 107, gettable, only needs one treble. Can't be done now.
55.
So, double 15, bit of double trouble for these players. It's a long way off. We'll have to make the adjustment. Didn't get close, did he? You can hear the frustration in his voice. So, could be another break of throw incoming. Tops. Double 10.
In 3
And does get there. Does get there with his third one. Just sneaks it into the corner. 2 apiece. So 4 breaks of throw now in 4 legs. It's a funny old game. Averages just slightly come down there due to a bit of double trouble.
130.
Yeah, lovely visit. Followed in the second dart very well. So will that be a bit of a boost for Scutt? Not much to choose between them. Yes, John Scott, just a bit more information about him. He's one of the most well-travelled players you're likely to meet. Was very active on the international BDO circuit, or the old BDO circuit. And he'll be hoping for the WDF circuit to come back.
96.
Lovely find there from Scutt. Yeah, Scott will be hoping for the WDF circuit to come back very quickly, really, because I'm sure he misses that. Yeah, well found there with his last dart. Leaves him the 170.
100.
Scutt down to a finish as well. 170 won't go, so Scutt still has a good opportunity to hold his throw here. Scott poised on 72. That's the bull.
40.
Sorry, doesn't want the bull, apologies. So Scott has 72. 15 to leave the bull. You can hear Scott chuntering to himself there as he weighs up his options. Obviously frustrated that he could only hit the 7 there. Wants the bullseye. Yeah, much better effort going for the ball there, but couldn't take it. So Scutt Wants double 16.
54.
Great first start. Couldn't quite find it, so surely not another break of throw. Wants double 8. Finishing has been very good from Scott so far.
No, not
Well, it's being played in a good spirit, this, and you can just hear John Scott saying that it's not good to throw first in this game because every leg has gone against throw, so not much to choose between them in the averages, both averaging 76. No one's held their throw so far.
43.
Shout out to Will and West, Colin and Adam George. Thank you for tuning in today and having us on in the background, no doubt, while you've got the Masters on.
100.
So John Scott down to a finish. Can Scutt apply some pressure of sorts? 130 plays a 156. This is still on. Wants the treble. Can't find it, so we'll just look to leave himself handily placed. So 72 again. This looks on to me.
94.
Well, it's well found. 62 plays a 72. Double 12 for Scott. Double 6. This is for to extend his lead. And he does get there. Just in the corner. But they all count. And John Scott extends his lead to 4-2. He goes within 1 of victory. That's the first time either player's been able to hold their throw.
131.
Scutt, though, with a nice reply in a bid to hold his. Nice reply from Scott. Yeah, Scutt just frustrated there because I'd like to have followed in that treble 20. Doesn't look like it's going to be under much pressure from Scott. Does find a treble though with his last dart, so very interesting game this.
43.
Is that a slight opening for Scott? Great start to his throw, but an errant second dart. Well, lovely recovery. Sounded really annoyed with himself with his second dart, but it's advantage Scott here.
57.
Scott with the advantage. What sort of finish can he leave himself? Down to a finish first, on to 138 after 12. Well found last start. Leave himself 107. And the 138 doesn't go, but does leave himself tops if the 107 doesn't go, and that will be for the match. So 1 treble needed here for Scutt.
55.
Not what he wanted. So tops then for Scott to complete the victory. Double 10. He's already hit this in this match so far. Just composes himself. Can't find it. So 52 for Scutt to keep this match alive. Wants tops.
In 2, mate.
Does get there. Yep. So Scutt does hold his throw. Pressure back on Scott now to hold his. This is a nice start from him though. Very nice start indeed. Yeah, well found last start. The Scutt just saves the throw. Keeps him in distance of 1 treble. And there's an opening for Scutt, and he'll know it.
140.
Took advantage. And now again the pressure is on the Scott throw from Scutt. God, I haven't got used to that. I think the hashtag for this match would be hashtag Scutt Scott, wouldn't it? And there's a lovely visit from Scott. His second 140 of this throw, of this leg rather.
98.
It's not been a bad leg from Scutt either. On to 170 after 9. A lot of pressure on Scott. He's handily placed on 95 if the 170 doesn't go. First start was in.
100.
So for the match then, 95. Started on the ball. So 89 left. Can't be done. So does leave double 8 if the 70 doesn't go for Scutt. He'll know how crucial this is. 20 or 12. Wants tops.
50.
Opportunity missed. So double 8 then for the match. It's been a very closely fought contest. Double 4. Just chasing the board. So close. Down for 2s. Scott's actually busted. So
In 1, mate.
double 10, and Scutt does take it in 1
Best, John.
dart. So last leg, and I'm just going to adjust the picture there of John Scott, because I've just realised that I'm actually cutting off the bottom of his board. Apologies.
40.
Good reply from Scott there in this crucial leg.
140.
Lovely darts from Scutt, both playing with a bit more freedom now. Averages have just upped slightly to the high 70s. And 1 point to choose between them. We always say this, but trebles are like gold dust. This is the second
41.
last leg decider that Scott has been in this evening. Just came off one against Tom Pavitt, so he's got another one here. He has the slender advantage, 1 treble ahead.
58.
So it's Scott then who's down to finish first. Scutt will need to find a big visit here to apply some pressure, and he's doing a great job of that.
139.
Digs himself back in to this pivotal leg. This is still on at the moment. This will be some way to win it. He's going for the bullseye there for the win. And that's why John was saying it would have helped you if he could have actually seen it. And Scutt wants the bull now.
49.
It's unlucky. Both players have had an opportunity at the bullseye to win this. Obviously, Scott's had a few more match darts. He wants tops here. Just sighs and composes himself. Double 10. More match darts gone for Scott, rather. Scutt wants... Will he go straight at this? Double 17, potentially. Composes himself. He's just frustrated with himself. So both players have had match darts come and go. Can Scott take this out? Chasing the board. Double 5. It's not there yet. And it's still not there. No score. A reprieve for Scutt. And he does get there. He does get double 8 again. Sorry, in the end, he was 4-2 down. And let me just fade them down while they have a chat. But yeah, closely fought contest there between those two. Scott was 4-2 up, but it was Scutt who managed to rattle off 3 legs and averaged, let's have a look, just in the high 76.44, plays a 75.9, so not much to choose between them there. 11 tons each, 2 ton pluses for Scutt versus 3 ton pluses for Scott. Neither hit a 180, but 3 breaks of throw each. Best legs, 16 darts for Scutt, 17 darts for Scott. So I'm going to stop saying Scutt and Scott now, which is a relief. And we've got one more game to bring you this evening. It's Laura Turner versus Josh Burksfield, and that's coming up next. Thank you for watching. Okay, we're nearly ready to start in this next match between Josh Burksfield and Laura Turner. I'm just going to set them off, and then we'll be underway for our last game of the evening. Okay, whenever you're ready, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All the best, Laura.
You too, mate.
Right.
Great. Last game of the evening. Hope you've enjoyed this. Bit different on the stream. Alan Turner's Virtual Dance League.
100.
And Josh Burksfield before this evening was third in the table. Does pay out to the top 5.
41.
So should be well placed to pick up some money at the end of this. Just saw
40.
the league leader Connor Scutt recover from a 4-2 deficit to win 5-4. I think that's actually the darts you can hear in the background of the Masters.
60.
Not sure who has that on. But players wanted me to do a few shout outs for those that are watching. So Josh would like me to give a shout out
60.
to Henry Tubbs. So Henry, thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Cheering on Josh. Is playing very well.
60.
And a few mentions for Laura Turner's sponsors, Opus Sports Management, Cosmo Darts, and of course all of Team Turner that may be watching the stream this evening.
60.
Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night.
$95.
Yeah, nice visit there from Turner. Not much to choose between them in this leg so far. First to 5 legs will take the win. So relatively
45.
short format, but still plenty of time to get a foothold in the game if you don't make quick a start as you might like.
55.
And again, not much to choose between them here. Just the 1 ton for Burksfield so far. Well known, of course, in Middlesex circles. Burksfield, often one of the
81.
first names on the team sheets for those county games. We look forward to the return of county darts, hopefully in September, October time, fingers crossed,
28.
with society and everything else that goes along with that. Burksfield with 6 darts from 115 in this opening leg. Just weighing up his options.
Ooh. 75.
And a good effort there. Nearly took out tops for the 115, but he will be back for that because Turner, despite a good visit here, left on 162.
105.
Yeah. That's a good visit from Turner. Just reminds Burksfield that she's still there, so double 10. Burksfield wants double 5.
That's game shot in 3.
Does get there. Tidied up.
Yeah, good job.
Tidied up, so a steady start in this match, and now they're underway. They can start to throw with a bit more rhythm. Burksfield last week had wins over Connor Scutt,
45.
Bridgeau and Sharon Godbeer. An 87 average against Connor Scutt, so clearly in some good form.
100.
That's his second ton of this match. Do leave a comment in the chat and we'll be sure to mention you if you haven't done so already.
41.
And do subscribe while you're here and we can...
Score hasn't come in on my laptop.
we've got a few knacker issues here.
Everything you push enter, doesn't it?
100. That normally does that.
Yeah. Sorry, it was like
I'm sure
lingering in there.
Turner forgot
Yeah,
to
I was
just
like, "Ooh,
click enter.
still spinning."
Oh, the perils of online darts. Yes, we know them all too well.
$60.
Yeah, very frustrating that in-person darts just isn't a thing at the moment, of course, what with everything going on in society, but we certainly look forward to their return.
54.
And I think there's going to be a fantastic influx of interest in that when they do return, because
140.
great visit from Burksfield, and gets down to 201 after 9. But yes, so much interest in online darts at the moment because it's all we've got. But
100.
hopefully,
Good odds.
when the vaccines start kicking in, we'll be all back to county and regional darts again very shortly.
139.
More good darts from Burksfield. He's had a ton, a 140, a 139. He's down to 62 after 12.
60.
So, treble 10, possibly, yep. So, just hope to...
That's game shot in 3 darts, Laura. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it. No, it's good.
Yeah, found the treble 10 with his first dart, which is why I stayed silent. I wasn't quite sure whether it had gone in, but he found the double 16 very well. Tidies up, averaging 77. Break of throw, 15 dart leg for him. Very hard to contest with that. And he's in again.
140.
Another 140 for Burksfield. He's really found his rhythm here. And, yes, the blade 5s. Both players
100.
showing using their blade 5s. Certainly the most popular board we've seen on the various streams that we've done. We did see a mission
60.
board from Venes earlier, and we had a unicorn one in the last stream from Connor Scutt.
41.
And Josh Burksfield wanted me to emphasise that his board is a lot nicer than Connor's. That was his words. But
180.
great visit from Burksfield. Gets down to 121 after 9 darts. And, well, it's very difficult to compete with this, but Turner's in here.
81.
Strays into the one with the third dart, but she's had a couple of trebles in this leg as well. So Burksfield doesn't have to go the ball route here, so may not go for treble 17. Oh, he does, so will he go for it?
Oh, good. 42.
So he lives 79. 200 points the advantage before these.
38.
So options here for Burksfield, yeah. So what tops?
59.
Needed to adjust. Couldn't quite get past that blocker on his second dart. But time on his side here. Yes, Burksfield was very prolific on the development tour a couple of years ago.
45.
He's too old for that now, I think. But yeah, lots of board finals and board wins.
12.
Made the decision not to go for the double 5 there. Knows that that's a tricky double, and he had time on his side. So Turner, we're just hoping to set herself up here on a finish of some description.
45.
Nothing.
Just can't quite find that rhythm. Double 4 for Burksfield. Gosh, surely he can barrel in off those two.
No score.
And he doesn't.
Dragging you down, mate.
Sort of laughing to himself there,
It's also close.
being played in a great spirit, which is always wonderful to see on online darts. It can be a lovely way to
21. Just my age.
share
Believe that, you'll believe anything.
to share our love of the sport. Surely it's got to go this time.
No score.
No score. Again, can you believe it? Burksfield was flying in this leg. So this will be a steal. Only one treble needed. She's found one. Bullseye then.
$88.
It's a good effort. Onto the bullseye there with the last
And
leg.
that's in. Thank you.
Last dart. And she,
Is that it? That's game shotting one, but
Burksfield does rather fall over the line in that particular leg with such a flying start, and in the end takes it on 25. Probably should have been
3 years old, I know what you're doing.
taken out in 15, but some great gags between these two. I love it. Yeah, Laura Turner, a couple of weeks ago, 2 wins on an evening against the Godbeers, 75 average against Ronnie Godbeer.
60.
It's the sort of darts that she can produce. Had a very good run in the PDC Women's Series for the semi-finals in the last event of that particular series.
46.
And we hope that that comes back this year in some description, even if it is only in a bubble. Say if only in a bubble, obviously we can
81.
live with that. But yeah, certainly hoping the Women's Series comes back later in the year, and then hopefully we have some modern amateur darts events and opens to look forward to as well, which Laura Turner is the
100.
women's director of. So hopefully brighter times are ahead.
60.
This match, meanwhile, first to 5 legs, so Burksfield within 2 legs of wrapping this up.
60.
Hasn't quite found his scoring power again here, Burksfield, but not much to choose
59.
between these two players. Quite enjoying that Mario character at the bottom of Laura Turner's board, actually. I can't quite remember what that character's called.
41.
Jesus.
Turner just frustrated because the trebles seem to have eluded her here. Burksfield
85.
has found one. Both not on a finish though. So still all to play for here. Turner will be desperate to get a leg on the board.
58.
She is down to a finish now, on to 125.
Oh,
97.
So Burksfield quite handily placed on 72 if the 125 doesn't go. So she'll start. Turner will start on the bull, and it can't be done now. So
oh, Jesus. 30.
not what she wanted. So which way will Burksfield go here? Has options. Wants tops
Yeah, game shot and 3 darts.
and does get there eventually.
Right, so we finish.
Sorry, I had to celebrate because it was the first time I'd actually gone for a double and hit it for a start.
Oh, no, it's fine. Put me out of my misery.
Burksfield apologising
Don't
for
do it,
celebrating
I'm
taking
not
out
gonna fight back.
taking our darts. Oh dear. It's a funny old game, isn't it? Burksfield then leads 4-0 here. One within victory.
135.
And that's a great start as he charges towards the finish line here. That picture actually, which you can see on your screen of Josh Burksford, he's on the right. Martin Luton is on the left. That's taken from the Gold Cup pairs, where the two of them had a great time.
81.
Enjoyed some good results there, representing Middlesex. Will Turner, of course, more very well known in Surrey circles.
100.
Great dart.
Does a great job there as well with the team at Surrey Darts. I believe they're homeless at the moment, but looking out for a new venue in Surrey.
60.
Sure they'll find one. So a text through from Brian Wybrow. Good news, Connor Scutt has got a new board on the way. So that's good news. If you saw the last match, you'll see why that is very much needed.
140.
Nice visit there from Burksfield. Leaves him on 85 after 12 darts. Very hard to compete with that. Backs up the 135 that he took out in the opening visit. Burksfield then for the win. Doesn't have to go the ball route. 70 left, so may go for 18s, which he does do.
53.
So just leaves himself placed on double 16. No pressure at this point.
60.
So for the victory, double 16 to wrap up a solid performance.
Nice game shot.
Yeah, and he does get
Only
there.
2 darts, Laura.
Into darts, 17
Thank
dart.
you very much. Oh, I wish
Hold a
Devil were
throw
going
to wrap
quicker than
things
I
up, and I'm just going to fade them down and go to our holding slide. I'll just read you out the stats there. Josh Burksford eventually averaged 73.68, 3 ton pluses, 180 and 5 tons. Laura Turner hit 4 tons there, and just averaging over 61. So that concludes tonight's matches. Thanks ever so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and we may be doing more of these in the future. So thank you once again, and we'll be back tomorrow actually for some streaming of some players from Sussex who are having an informal open competitions.